Hey there, and welcome to Real Investment News. I'm Mike O'Neill. Now, when we talk about inflation, we are often talking about the Consumer Price Index. It takes a hypothetical basket of goods, including transportation, food, medical care, and it uses the average of price changes for each of them. So, at last check, the consumer prices actually increased 2.2% in February of 2018. It's been holding steady above 2% for about 4 months. But it's the core CPI, this blue line, that is more widely used to define inflation. It's essentially CPI minus food and energy. So let's take away the red line. And this shows that while there has been some growth in recent months, we are only seeing prices increase by about 1.8%. That's current inflation rate. Now, this is one of the main reasons why the Feds have decided that they are not going to increase their interest rates more than 3 times this year. But should we be looking at a different index? Well, let me introduce you to this. Economists at the New York Federal Reserve came up with a new one last September. They call it the Underlying Inflation Gauge, the UIG. Thanks to the folks at Advisor Perspectives for making these charts. Now, this shows the 2 components of the UIG. The green line is the prices only gauge, similar to the core CPI, and it shows prices dropping slightly, about 2.2%. But there's also a full set UIG, which is this orange line, which uses more information, and it has inflation climbing by just over 3%. Now, when you put the UIG's full set up against the 2 CPI measurements, you can see how the UIG suggests that inflation may be climbing faster than we realize. Now, why does this matter? Because the UIG has actually proven to be more accurate on identifying these trends beforehand. When you compare the UIG full set to the core CPI, you can see by these red arrows how the UIG has actually identified major turning points months ahead of the core CPI. And notice how most recently the UIG has been climbing since 2016, while the core CPI only bounced around the middle of last year. So what does this mean? If inflation continues to climb higher, the Feds could become more aggressive with its interest rate increases. We will be watching. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Please remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube page. I'm Mike O'Neill, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning.